Chapter 2: The Origins of Chaos Agents.
Ladies and gentlemen, Richard Garfield! Woohoo!
Hey guys, great to see you.
Great to see you. How you doing?
What are you up to?
Playing Magic?
Playing Magic. talking about the glory days. Talking about that time that you had amazing demonic attorney deck in our Magic League. That was so much fun.
What was the card that you had to you either had to concede or ante another card?
Yeah, that was Demonic Attorney, I think. The other interesting one along those lines was Contract from Below, but I think that was a different one. I think that was something about getting
I think you drew a hand, got a new hand, yeah.
So what's up?
Yeah, I've just been putting the finishing touches on this tournament we're putting together for Chaos Agents. We're looking forward to its debut and actually getting people to take a look at it.
Do you think I could play? Can I play?
Yeah, of course you can play. You should play the tournament. Although you're gonna have to bring your A game because our play testers aren't going to go easy on you, and they know what's going on. If any of you want to play, stay tuned to the end. That way you'll have a chance of winning some medals at this tournament as well, and getting your first taste of Chaos Agents.
Especially if you're competing against Peter.
Yeah, especially, but hey, there's a slight problem here. I have no idea what this game is. Like, what is this game? I mean, you just won't tell me what the game is. I really want to know.
It is an auto battler that is a grand melee. So that is, you have a unique warrior, a unique fighter of some form, and they compete in auto battler fashion. And we're aiming for getting 50 or 70 people, although right now we'll only be having 8.
So auto battler. Okay, so I assume this is a video game.
It is a video game.
Okay, so it's a video game. So people are playing online with each other, like they go on the internet and on the World Wide Web.
Yeah, each player has a unique character, and they participate in a grand melee event, and it's done in auto battle form. So you'll have some opportunities to improve your character, and then watch a little resolution, and then opportunities to guide your character a little more, and thus the game unfolds.
So it's like so you spend time creating. It's almost like you're building a deck, but you don't play the deck. You just like build the deck, and then you build your character.
Well, your character's given to you.
Okay.
And then your character has certain abilities that you'll be able to choose throughout the course of play. From among the things that the character comes with, you'll make choices every round, and then choices about what your character is going to do and what kind of skills it's going to have, and then it runs.
So it's a little like being given a deck, like an old Magic League. You've got a deck, and you choose how to play it. And that deck is your hero.
So you guys have been working on this for a long time, or what?
In some sense, it's been in progress since Magic. With Magic moving to becoming mostly about constructed, it left this idea of everybody having their own treasures behind. Now you can still get that. You can play sealed deck. You can play your own leagues, but that wasn't where the energy behind the product was. And ever since then, I've been sort of thinking of a natural way to try to get that excitement back, because in a lot of ways, a game like Magic makes a promise to its players which it doesn't deliver on to some of the players. That is, when people first play Magic, they get really excited because it feels like an infinite game. There's so much possibility. You've got your own cards. Your opponents have their own cards, and your friends have different cards, and so forth. But that's not really what the game becomes about as they begin to take the game more seriously. And so at that point, a lot of players move on to something else because they're not interested in the constructed net decking competition part of Magic, which is excellent, but narrow.
I gotta admit, I never actually really got into constructing decks.
You're a busy guy.
Well, yeah, but I mean that's not really the excuse.
Yeah.
It's like I've just always loved the sealed deck format or the drafting format
Yeah.
in leagues. So I think I'm your target market here.
Makes a lot of sense. It's just a different experience and a different feeling. And it's pretty cool, and it's a shame that some of that was lost, right? Because Magic went in this other direction, which is great, but this is an opportunity to come back and focus on that one part of Magic that has been out of the spotlight.
Magic's decision to focus on it is pretty natural, in part because the product itself. I mean, you can do a sealed tournament, and people do drafts. They're amazing, and cubes and so forth. But this idea of the league is really lost, and that's not entirely the stewards of Magic's fault, because it's difficult to maintain a league, right? When we played back in the old days, we had our own cards. We had to sort of trust each other not to get more cards, or we might stamp the back of the cards. There's mechanical difficulties to implementing leagues in Magic.
Hey, here you guys are. The tournament's almost ready. I was looking for you guys.
Jeremy,
Yes.
you involved in this?
Yeah, I've been working with Skaff.
Good to
Yeah,
see
cool.
you.
Yeah, good to see you
buddy.
too.
Wow.
We're getting them up to speed.
Nice. What do you think about the new game?
I haven't played it yet, but it sounds really cool. We've just been trading war stories.
From back
yeah.
in the old days.
Yeah. What was your favorite event from Magic?
Oh, there's so many. One of my fondest memories was when we wanted to redesign the land and do art on Faravnica.
Yeah.
And there'd been so many beautiful John Avon paintings over the years. And we said, what if we do something new and we put buildings and establish it for Ravnica, because it was an urban environment. And internally everyone, it blew their mind because they've never seen it, And then once we got done, I thought it was really nice. It was like a comic book, you open up the spread, it established the world. And when I saw Return to Ravnica.
They let you get away with that?
Oh yeah. I started doing all kinds of crazy stuff like that.
Wow. That's great. Yeah. So, I mean, what have you been working on since, I haven't seen you in 15 years.
Yeah, I moved down to California. I was working on Hearthstone, and for me, it was so cool to work on the first, trading card game, Magic the Gathering, and then to fast forward to work on one of the first biggest digital games like Hearthstone. To see the bookends was really a great experience. I learned a lot down there at Blizzard, and now I'm working on Chaos Agents with Skaff and Richard.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. We figured, Magic, Hearthstone, two pretty good things to have in your resume. So.
Well, you were asked about tournament. Are you a tournament organizer now, or are you still doing art and graphics?
I'm mainly doing the art and graphics. Hey, speaking of that, John and Ark are coming. I need to go finish getting ready with Peter for the next section.
Yeah.
But I'll see you guys in the tournament, okay?
All right, good to see you,
All
buddy.
right, good to see you too. Bye.
So he was working on Hearthstone. What are you working on?
Well, we Richard and I have been doing a lot of stuff, but it's interesting, with this Chaos Agents thing. Right before that, the next kind of biggest step along this line was we were working on KeyForge. KeyForge, right?
Oh, I know of it.
Okay.
Certainly.
Yeah, and so that was something that was really finally the print technology really got up to the point where Richard could do this vision of the unique deck games.
Right.
Where it was intrinsic to the game.
Very early on, we thought that the way to address this league issue and the way they were difficult to maintain in Magic was to make it so that the cards had unique card backs and were all connected to the same decks. You couldn't trade them away. So you would completely lose the aspect of Magic where you get to construct a deck. Instead, it's all about how you play the deck you have. And we were talking about that a long time ago, and it took a long time for, as Skaff said, for the printing technology to catch up to us. And of course, once it was there, and we found a very enthusiastic play base, while some people complained that they couldn't construct decks, there were a lot of people said, this is what I want. This is my jam. I really want to just grab a deck, and this is my deck, and nobody else has a deck like it. And during that process, of course, one of the things that kept on coming up was that this idea of having a unique deck, while it took a long time for printing technology to catch up to it, it's not that hard to do digitally, and nobody was doing it.
Yeah, and so there's this guy Arca I had met. We were working on a couple things together, and so then all of a sudden it was like, hey, it would be much easier to do this as a video game, and Arca does video games. And oh wait, actually there's Arca now. Oh, and John.